The views and opinions expressed by guests are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the hosts, the show, its producers, affiliates, contractors, employees, or any other associated entities. No endorsement is implied.
Elegant, successful, beautiful, classy, unique, purpose, empowered, strong, overcomer, free, powerful. She rises.
Hello. Welcome to Successful,
Beautiful.
and I'm Nikki,
And I'm Natalie.
and we are so excited that you are joining us today. So I have to mention that Tanyika is off adulting. She's doing this thing called work,
Right.
which sounds foreign.
How
like,
dare
who would
they?
ever do that? And who would make her go to work on a day that we have our podcast? But, you know, we have bills and, responsibilities. So she's working and we miss her dearly.
We
so
do.
just had to mention that. So how are you today, Nat?
I'm good. You look cute.
Thank you. So do you.
Like the hair, the popped collar.
Thank you.
Y'all can't see her shoes, but her shoes are shoeing.
They are showing and they're really comfortable.
Yes, they're super cute. Super cute.
Thank you. You look amazing. I love the
Thank you.
hair.
Thank you. You know,
It's
we
really
we
cute.
trying.
You're
It's natural
succeeding.
thing.
You're
Yes,
succeeding.
I am doing.
Yes. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, okay. As you all see, I am the driver today. I don't know how I ended up in this seat, but it's hot. And here we are. But anyway, we have a very, very, very exciting show today.
Yes.
But before we get into that, please, if you have not liked, shared, or subscribed, do that right now. Go ahead and click that button. And of course, share, tell everybody you know about our Successful, Beautiful, and podcast so they
Yes.
can get all this good content. And then don't forget to do the bell
the
notification
bell
thingy so that you can be notified when all of our content drops.
Yes.
So we're going to dive right in.
Come on.
So very excited. Oh my goodness. So you all asked and we heard you, we listened, we took action, and she's back again. The one, the only, the author, Miss Myesha Chaney.
Yes.
Yay. Welcome back again. So I was, living life and I got this notification about a book.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the book and I said, you go, girl. So my friend dropped her book.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Vanna
Yes.
White.
Yes. Honest.
Honest.
OMG.
What a title.
What a title.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start by first saying, Myesha, I am so very proud of you. So I'm reading this book. I have, highlighted and dog-eared and folded pages and all the things. Ooh. So if I'm being honest, there were parts of it that were a little triggering for me. And I want to talk about that. But I'm so proud of you for doing this work. And when I say y'all go get this book, because she is extremely honest, extremely vulnerable. And there's some parts where, that will make you scratch your head, and even some parts that I chuckled, but this book is so, so good. So we're just going to go for it.
Yes. If I might say, before Myesha even chimes in, this cover,
Yes.
ma'am,
Absolutely.
you are giving
Absolutely.
all the things.
Yes.
Your hair is amazing.
Mhm.
The turtleneck, I love it. And then even the facial expression, it's just
Mhm.
like, all right, y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Because there's no smile necessary. Here we go.
Right.
Like, you just dropping it all.
Yes. And
I
she
love it.
does.
And you
Yes.
look beautiful.
As always.
Yes. It's very, I like action movies. This could be like the cover of an action movie.
Yes,
You know?
a poster.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, a poster. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I see
yeah.
that. Okay, go ahead,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Okay, so Myesha, I guess my first question is, what led you to write this book?
Well, I always wanted to be an author. Believe it or not, New York Times bestselling author was like heavy on my vision board for a
Mm.
long. And I knew I was going to write a book. I knew I was going to write professionally in the back of my mind. But there was one problem. I couldn't tell the truth.
Wow.
I remember vividly saying, I'm missing my story.
Mm.
Like I'm still married at this time.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that this perfect kind of narrative that I had created wasn't real. And I said, you won't be able to really make it until you have a story.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm missing the story.
Mm.
So when I got divorced, I did a YouTube video and it like went viral.
Saw
Mhm.
that one.
I was sharing my story,
Mm-hmm.
the version of the story that I felt like people could handle. And I was still being very protective of other parties, my ex-partner, the church. I was still being mindful.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a literary agent that I worked with on my first book contact me. It was like, I could sell this book. I can get you a book deal. You know, I can do this. I can do that. I Zelled her thousands of dollars to do a book treatment, like a book proposal for me. Locked in a year contract and does nothing.
Mm.
I was discouraged. I was disappointed at the most, what I would call the hottest time. Like, I'm sharing this.
Mhm.
I'm passionate. I want to write. I have a story. I went with what you said you could sell,
Mhm.
and then crickets. So I stayed in that contract for a year, and then I was disappointed. I was like, you know what? You know, maybe it's not meant to be. My experience with Christian publishers, she said that the Christian world wasn't ready to touch divorce. And my book wasn't even about divorce.
Mm.
So then I thought, well, maybe this was a part of the story to lock me down, to keep me quiet.
Mm. Mm.
And then I sat for another year. And last year, something came over me that said, you will write and you will finish this book and you're going to publish it yourself.
Wow.
And you don't have to wait for anybody else. You're going to do it. Years ago, I had a small publishing company. So I remember vaguely how to put it all together. And so I started writing, and I wrote a book and I finished it. And I was thinking, this is my women's movement. This is going to be my next 10 years. And it was called Now Rise. And I was like, I'm teaching people how to get up, and we're going to do this. Paid this editor. She gave me back the first draft. And I said, I'm not being honest.
Mm.
This is not a book. This is words on a paper.
Mm.
I am not telling the truth of my experiences. And I went back to the drawing board in January and reworked it, did all this, and changed the title to Honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, I was still not being honest.
Mm-hmm.
To the degree, I want you guys to hear this. This is how careful I was. Do you know who told me? Because there was a part in the book where I mentioned abuse. Do you know the editor of my book said, you are trying to dance around it. Let's call it what it is.
Wow.
The editor, a stranger, white woman from wherever she's at,
Wow.
called me on the carpet about my work in multiple places. She outlined it. I didn't even know.
Wow.
I didn't even know. She said, that's spiritual abuse. That's this, that's that. He took advantage of you. You didn't sleep. You didn't do that. She gave me 3 paragraphs of what just a one night in a hotel room meant.
Wow.
And she said, you need to say what it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And that's how Honest was born.
Wow.
Do you think that in that that push that she gave you, did you even have the language for it? Had you accepted that it was abuse, or were you still covering? Because clearly there's a difference there.
Yeah.
I was still covering.
Mm-hmm.
I had a deep awareness of what I had experienced in my life.
Okay.
Um, but yet it would never live outside of my soul.
Mm.
That's just how it is.
Mhm.
And when she changed those words that I had carefully avoided
Yeah.
to say that is what it is, that's when I was like, okay. It for me, it wasn't the surviving and the living through it. It was now being forthright, and for
Yeah.
all the chips to be on the table that brought the most transformation for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
It wasn't what I did in therapy for 5 years. It
Mhm.
wasn't the leaving. It wasn't the rebuilding. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't the self talk. It was when the truth found other people's eyes,
Mhm.
ears it took me over the top.
Mhm. That is, and now I'll let you get back to the book,
No, go
but
ahead.
that kind of rings true in regards to our podcast. You know, Myesha, just as a reminder, I've been divorced for 10 years, right? And Nikki has been divorced almost 3.
Almost 3.
And Tanyika almost 2,
2.
right? So, of course, we are at vastly different stages of our divorce experience. And I have had the opportunity of watching them, Tanyika and Nikki, in our process of the podcast. I've watched them change and shift. Not that I haven't, but again, I'm at a different place in divorce. But I've had the opportunity of watching you all change and adjust and grow and heal in areas, you know, and healing in others. And as I get to see that, it's just true. It speaks true to what it is that you were just saying just now, that it's synonymous to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think when you can be honest, that's when the true healing begins.
Yes.
And it doesn't, I think if you're not, it hinders the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
'Cause it's covered up otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Myesha, were you afraid to write this book at all?
I was terrified.
Mm.
Do you know that my entire adult life, and there's so much I'm going to talk about online because these honest moments.
Mm-hmm.
I never really kept a journal.
Okay.
I never wanted to write the truth, and I never wanted anybody to read the truth.
Mm.
I do not have journals for the past 20 years, when I was married. I didn't.
Wow.
So there was something about me writing that felt like I was swinging first. And I thought about retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
You notice in the book, I stripped it from any kind of reference. I fully expected to have a lawsuit. I fully expected for somebody to retaliate against me for lesser things. I've gotten text messages, you this, you that, over these past 4 years. When I post something on social media, I get a barrage of messages, hateful calls. I get, you bitch, you this, you that from strangers or different
Oh,
voices.
wow.
People are um, that it directly correlates between something I have said about my marriage, about divorce, about something. So I had been very well trained through divorce that if you do this, then this will happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never be seen, it'll never be proven. And I had it affected my nervous system. My mind says you can talk about what you want, but my body was like, listen,
Right.
I did not share with anybody what I was writing. No one had read it except for the people I paid to edit it. And until I had the book in my hand, then I gave it to my mom to read.
Wow.
And that was probably a week before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Not a soul knew what I was about to say. Not a soul I didn't go back and forth with anybody over it because I was terribly afraid that what I was saying was going to cause something. Okay. But I felt the fear and did it anyway
Yes.
because I knew the body needed me to act and not to think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
doing it anyway. Whatever comes, it's gonna come. And surprisingly, nothing happened.
Wow. Wow.
One word.
Isn't that like the enemy?
Yes. But I,
But
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Truth has a frequency to
Yes,
it.
Mm-hmm.
it
When you
does.
are being honest, which I tried to really, really do, is from my POV and my experience. These are the things that happened in my life, and this
Mm-hmm.
is how I grew from it. And I just followed a certain pathway that I could have done a tell-all. The things that I describe in the book are 10% of my real experience.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
But the book wasn't about let me go and
Right.
talk about these things. It was about me and the journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt afraid, and everything that I was initially afraid of, nothing happened.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
The sharing actually empowered me in greater ways
Mm-hmm.
by me feeling seen and heard in truth for
Mm-hmm.
who I am.
And that is so important, I think, to be seen and to be heard for your truth.
Yes.
And you're courageous, because that is what I'm going to say my definition of courage is: doing it afraid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I heard Joyce
Yeah.
Meyer say that for years,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, that's crazy. I used to think that. Now, for certain, it's almost a requirement,
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many things that could bring about fear,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this life.
Absolutely.
But let me go ahead and do it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because sitting here, this is what I get.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I
Mm-hmm.
want that.
Right.
So let me be afraid as I go along my way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay. So reading this book, it's such an easy read. So thank you for that. It's very transparent, not transparent, but it's just easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not, like over the top, it's a very easy read. Okay. So as I was reading the book, and I'm not finished, I'll admit, but it is really, really good. I want to read this part of your book. And it says, in my marriage, whenever I tried to share what I felt or needed, it turned into a critical discussion. It never felt like a conversation or a moment of curiosity, but an analysis. My words were examined, corrected, or reframed. I'm sorry. My words were examined, corrected, reframed. My tone was assessed, my timing questioned, my intent pulled apart until the original feeling was no longer recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
I learned quickly that speaking honestly required more energy than I had. It meant preparing myself for follow-up conversations, emotional fallout, long explanations, and eventual exhaustion. Silence was simpler. It cost less.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have several things. Before I get to my question about this, I have a couple of things I want to say. The first thing I want to say is thank you for being honest and giving language to this. Because when I read it, I literally stopped in my tracks and I could so identify with this.
Yeah.
And so I guess my question is, how did you live with this for 18 years?
That's the thing. I didn't live.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, girl.
Wow. Right.
This
Wow.
wasn't
This wasn't living.
life.
Mm.
This was a thing. But I remember saying, like, this is not the rivers of living water. This is not the abundant life.
Mm.
And having everything in my life to be a reflection that you are godly, you are with God, you have the church, you have success, you have things. It was such a contradiction
Mm-hmm.
because in my heart and soul, I'm like, nah, I'm not loved.
Mm-hmm.
I know it.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some good moments and there was
Mm-hmm.
some moments that felt like, okay, now
Mhm.
we're getting good. This is
Mhm.
great, but it was short-lived.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I am very resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel like I got it in my blood. It takes a lot to stop me, and that was part of what was killing me.
Mm.
My ability to endure. I numbed the sensation that says, "No, you can't hurt me like this," or "No,
Mhm.
I won't take that." I didn't have that filter.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I accepted this as this is what it is.
Mhm.
And I'm so thankful to my future self that came back to me and said,
Mm.
"No, I'm gonna get you up from here. You're gonna get out
Wow.
of this."
My
I'm
goodness.
thankful that version of me that was way down the road said, "We
Mhm.
not doing this.
Mm.
It's not okay."
Mhm.
Um, but for a lot of years, I didn't know the difference. This is what
Wow.
it was. And what else are you going to do?
Mm. Wow.
Who else are you going to talk to about it?
Mhm.
Who's going to tell you that this is not it?
Mhm.
I just had to exist and make the best out of it.
Mm.
Wow.
That's why I always tell people I built the most beautiful creation of a life I can build from the
Yeah.
outside.
Mhm.
The issue was that from the inside out, something was wrong that I could never replace. And I decided to be courageous enough to align with that truth.
Mm.
Myesha.
Right.
Oh my God. You were saying so many things. I had the opportunity to speak at college in Colorado just a few weeks ago. And my topic was surviving narcissistic abuse. And one of the things that I shared with the audience was that victims of narcissism learn to be silent.
Mm.
Because there's a training that goes along with that. There's a grooming and a training and,
yes.
whatnot that comes along with that. And you learn to be quiet in those spaces that there is potential harm of some sort that may be as retaliation for you speaking,
Mhm.
right? In that, though, when you learn that, as the victims, what we have a tendency to do is insert that in our life in every area.
Mhm.
Not just, oh, we're at this party, so let me not say a whole lot. Let me not get the spotlight here today. But no, in everything,
Mhm.
questioning whether or not you ought to say this to your children even, or say this if you have the microphone on that particular Sunday.
Mhm.
Should I do this? No, let me
Right.
pull that back, that kind
Right.
of thing. But just learning
Mhm.
how not to be you,
Right.
and living in that space. And that I heard you saying that I haven't heard you say that he is or was or
Is.
a narcissist. However, my ex-husband is a diagnosed narcissist, so I speak about that clearly and loudly.
Wow. What a gift to you.
Say again.
What a gift to you.
Yes.
What a gift to me,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, just the things that I've learned in that regard,
Mhm.
that we just learn to be silent in every area of our life for fear of, the
Yeah.
harm or the potential retaliation.
That's true. I
Yeah.
agree with that. And in doing that, you become a lesser version of yourself. It's like you
Absolutely.
shrink so that your partner, significant other, husband in this scenario, they can be more elevated or
Yeah.
they can shine brighter, and they're, which is
Their goal.
their goal.
Yes.
And do you know, I would have people over the years prophesy to me that I was meant to be outside of the church. People would prophesy and say, "Myesha, you're bigger than this." Like
Wow.
along the way, little voice, and they would be called demonic,
Mm.
Mm.
would have to leave the church. And I held on to their words that there's something different about you that doesn't fit the life you have.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And my childhood self needed that reminder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When
Mhm.
I did my healing work, I had to go back and find me before I got married.
Right.
Mhm.
It was
Oh,
the
that's
last
good.
time I remember me.
Mhm.
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 And then I had the version that I had to be to survive. And then I have now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
If I can say one more thing,
Go
then
ahead.
I'm really going to be quiet and let you get back to the book.
Mm-mm.
But
Go
you
ahead.
said a moment ago about your future self
Yes.
having to come back to, girl,
Yes.
girl,
Yes.
having to come back to let you know like who you are and what you
Mhm.
ought to be doing and how to go about living life. And
Mm-hmm. That is so powerful.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, so I'm just going to add to that your future self being the stronger version of yourself.
Yes.
So you have
You
to
know what?
go.
I want to say this. My future self wasn't the stronger version.
Really? Say
She was
more.
the more vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
the more connected, the
Mm.
more intuitive.
Mm.
I felt like my future self, the strong one was the one getting me in trouble. The strong one was the one showing up saying, I got it. I'll do it. It'll work. It'll be
Mm.
okay.
Wow.
My strength is what kept me in the environment.
Yes.
The
Yes.
part of me that says, I don't want to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is the parts of me that were reconciled, the part of me that says, there's a softer life for you,
Mm-hmm.
where you can be yourself and you can be happy. I'm like, you sure?
I'm glad you made the
I gotta-
differentiation in
Yeah.
the strong.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Because
Right.
we're Black women. So we
Yes.
have this strong Black woman
Mm-hmm.
narrative, but the
Mm-hmm.
strength and the resilience and all that can sometimes, but in your case, it might be the stronger one.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to get the version of you that you think is weaker.
Mm-hmm.
However, it works for you. For me, in my thought process, this future self was very different than the current self.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She was unapologetically herself.
Mhm.
She was
Mhm.
short. She was honest. She was, this is what it is. The parts of me I remembered,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't be that here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, that's what makes your future self stronger.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
she had to evolve she had to evolve to get there.
Yes.
But she couldn't be that person
No.
where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's good. Okay. So going back to the book, I was again reading, and this made me stop in my tracks, and I'll share because I know y'all are dying to know. By the way, go get the book. Honest. Go get the book. Myesha, where can they get the book?
You can get it. It's in the link in all my bios on social media. You can buy it from me directly, or you can get it at Amazon.
Okay. Okay. So
What's the preference?
Buy it from me.
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Because you're actually supporting me
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
versus Amazon. It takes time. I don't know, 90 days. I don't know, however long.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon actually makes more money than the author.
I thought I'd heard that
Really?
before. I wish I would have thought of that before to ask that question. So order it at myeshachaney.com.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, for sure.
So go to myeshachaney.com to get your copy.
Do not go to
Do
Amazon.
not go to Amazon.
And I mean that in a number of ways.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, it's funny. And this is funny, by the way. I was married to a pastor, yet we rarely studied scripture together. We did not pray together in a consistent way. Early on, it was decided that we would. I'm sorry. It was decided that we would each have our own rhythms for how we studied, connected to God, and practiced our faith. At the time, I told myself this was maturity, that faith was personal, that spiritual independence was healthy. Looking back, I knew something wasn't right about the spiritual temperature of our home. I couldn't admit that perhaps our entire life was built on a faulty religious foundation. OMG.
Yikes.
Like I said, go get the book. Because we haven't even gotten to the nitty gritty. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so much I want to ask, but okay. So Myesha, can you just kind of share, just dig deeper with this passage that's in your book?
Well, I didn't realize how much grooming, I would say,
Mm.
because I experienced because I was very young. And so
Mhm.
I believed what I was told for the
Mhm.
most part,
Mhm.
even if something inside said, and I thought, well, maybe this is just the way it is.
Mhm.
Then I didn't have the exposure to what other people were doing to compare.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So in my house, like, did we pray before meals? No.
Mm.
We prayed when we were in public with other people.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
You know, it was like home was where we can be off
Mm.
Mm.
Mhm.
per se.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you have to do this for your whole life. And home is where I believe my partner wanted refuge to relax and watch movies and, where they can, and then I felt responsible to create an environment where you don't have the pressure. I get
Mhm.
it. Yeah, I get
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Being so young and having to have this life, and that's a lot of pressure. So it was wild that
Mm.
while I was living it, I didn't think anything of it. I remember going to Bali and having this healer speak over me, and I cried.
Mm.
I cried my
Mhm.
eyes out. And I said, "This is the first time I've had a man speak into me without taking advantage of what I had to give."
Mm.
Wow.
I have heard prophetic words, but it was usually something that pointed my gifts back to the church,
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
not for me. Like
Mhm.
and you would think we would have these mighty moves of God, and then I would come home and feel like, did we not hear what like
Mhm.
God had done? Like it was distance between what I seen and experienced in God publicly and then privately.
Mm.
Yeah.
I personally accepted that that is just what it was. I
Mhm.
still don't have a concept for what a true man of God is. I don't
Mm.
know what that looks like. I have not met very many.
Wow.
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 So what we teach and tell other people to do from stages is not what we actually do in real life.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
then you have a generation of people um wanting a man of God that's just basically an illusion.
Mhm. Mhm.
Or you have the flip side where now I've heard of men of God who are the polar opposite. They're praying all day, they're studying all day, they're doing
Mhm.
all these religious things, but then they still aren't good people.
Mhm.
Mhm.
In my
Wow.
case, I didn't have a strong religious presence in my house
Mm.
Mm.
in any way.
Wow.
There's that extreme there. Um, that wasn't present in our marriage either. I think I shared with you that early on, this was maybe the first or second year of our marriage, and Dr. Tony Evans had come out with a devotional for marriages. And I thought, oh, we need to do this, So I set it up. I got us our notebooks and our pens, and I got the book for both of us, And I was like, babe, we should do this together. He's like, I don't want to do that.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
okay.
Mm.
It's like,
Mhm.
why not? And then we wound up having this argument about studying the Word of God together.
Mm.
Yeah. And we never did it.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? I wonder what the statistics are
Me
for
too.
for pastors. What'd you say,
Mhm.
Myesha?
I wonder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the thing that's so confusing is we would have all the time religious conversation,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
talk about the Bible, but usually there was a third party. Somebody
Mm.
else had,
Mm.
but
Mm-hmm.
we can go back and forth over certain things and theology and debate. And so it was a lot of religious conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Uh, Another thing that I now know, and I didn't mention it in the book, is I really couldn't sing around my house.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I would rehearse a song, I would have to rehearse. So that was practical, but I did not feel the freedom to walk around singing. And as a child, my mom would know if I was happy, if I was singing.
Mm-hmm.
If I came
Wow.
home and I wasn't singing, my mom knew what happened today.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I thought I went 18 years without that.
Wow.
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 So that's very important to me now. I have one child who will mirror that sometime. Mom, be quiet. Mom, be.
Mm.
My other two are we. if I'm up and I'm singing, I'm singing. Let me bellow it out in the shower, wherever I'm at. That means I'm feeling connected to part of myself. And for 18 years, I was a worship leader at church and did not feel free to sing my heart out in my house without somebody saying, can you go in the, like, can you go in another room, or do you
Wow.
loud, or,
Mm.
and then I got conditioned at a certain point that this is not the place for that.
Mm.
You do that at rehearsal. Sing in your car, sing anywhere, but don't be disruptive.
In your house.
In my house, as a
Wow.
professional who does this on a regular basis.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It almost makes me want to cry. You know, just
Yeah.
as a
It's sad. It's sad. To me, it's very sad that was okay.
yeah.
I
Right.
would never. If I can't sing in my home, you better get
Man.
out of here.
Right.
I don't want you. I don't want nothing to do. Like any human
Right.
that would stop another human from their gifts.
Yes.
Give me. We're not talking about 40 hours a week. We're talking 10 minutes.
Right.
Music's on. We singing and cleaning up on a Saturday morning. You know, we're feeling good. So I also let my children sing. I let them play their music loud.
Yeah.
But I remember a period, and sometimes the reason why I'm saying this is sometimes people don't know that what they're dealing with is unhealthy.
Yes.
But they have signs.
Right.
Because they cannot be themselves and do things that they naturally are inclined to do in certain environments.
Wow.
That just made me very sad.
I know. Yes. I'm happy you get to sing as loud and as long and as often as you want to now.
So I have not read the book. Nikki and I were talking about it, but she shared something with me that was a part of the book. In it was toward the back, Nikki. I don't know if you marked it or not, but you had and I don't have my glasses, so don't hand me the book because I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But you talk about the exposure of you all's private sexual videos that they had been shared.
Oh, Jesus.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. I got a phone call from a woman. Mind you, this is 3 years after my divorce was final. Almost 3 years. And she said that she had seen this material, that it was being shared for, I guess, gratification.
Wow.
And that did it for me. Yeah. I was still babysitting. I was still kind. I was still somewhat flexible. And after that, the gloves came off. It was, and here's the thing, I knew that before I got divorced, maybe a couple months before we knew it was going to be over. I said, I want you to delete anything you have of me on your phone. Because why would I do that? You're my wife. And at that moment, I said, okay, that canon will be used against me, and that's okay. Because I've been very clear over this journey that I have been abstinent. I have not had sex with one person. I have not been naked in front of one person since my divorce. So any information that anybody sees of me, we know where it came from. And I made a peace in my heart that said, it's okay. And then years later, that was the very thing that came about.
Wow.
And I went to the police station to press charges. These are the small moments that I talk about getting my voice back.
Yes.
Physically doing things to say, this is not okay. This is beyond not okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
This is a crime. It's a crime.
It is a crime. Yes.
So the woman blocked me after a while, and I couldn't get her to substantiate what she had said, but it was already too late. I didn't need police to arrest anybody for the work and the damage to be done. The fact that this exists and that people are going around, and this is not like stage material, like we're going to do a video together.
Mhm.
This is somebody with a phone out capturing things.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had like a hair scarf on. Like this is not
Right.
produced at all.
Right,
This is
right.
like, I don't even know exactly, but I know you
Mhm.
got some stuff.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm thankful for the moment now.
Mhm.
That was the point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day, the negotiated version of this person died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can
You know, we
imagine.
have like our experience. I had memories,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had the truth, and then I
Mhm.
had what I was negotiating with. That this is
Mhm.
parent, this is my ex-partner who was also in ministry. All that
Mhm.
died that day. I
Yeah.
don't even know, because why would you be doing
Why
this
would you do
Right.
that?
Right.
And if
to
nothing
get
else, why
rocks
not?
off?
Yeah. Why not?
Right.
Why would you violate the mother of your children?
Right.
If we just make it just that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, ex-wife to the side, but she's the
Mhm.
mother of your children. Why would you do that? And if it's whatever videos they were, whether you all were filming yourself or not, you're married. You were married.
Right.
Okay, you can do that.
Right.
You know, but how dare you
Mm-hmm.
share that with someone else? That is so
And I had a
violating.
lot of insecurities about my body. And I
Mhm.
was very clear about my entire marriage, like never wanted to be seen like that, and very uncomfortable with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't the proud bird that was like, hey,
Yeah.
that wasn't the story. It was
Mhm.
like, don't record me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like, I was a bit more timid in that way.
Yeah.
So it could have been seen as like the worst thing that could have ever happened to me.
Mm.
But I had done my work as a person to know that even here, I am still loved.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Even this, let the world see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to stop me.
Right. Right.
You lost that opportunity to affect me. And I was pretty pissed for a good little chunk of time.
Yeah.
And then I accepted that I have no control over other adults and what they do,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
control over any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually 2 months ago, somebody else called me
Mm.
saying they saw me, in one of these videos.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Giving head, this and that.
Oh my
Mm.
goodness.
So,
Wow.
you know,
Wow.
Yeah.
I said, whatever,
Wow.
you know.
Wow.
Well, at least now people know that pastors and their wives have sex. You know, if there's a positive side to this,
Yeah.
that is disgusting.
Yeah.
It
It
was
is.
full. It was not okay.
Right. Yeah.
If it could have broken me, it would have broken it broke me. And then I had some time to do the work, you
Mhm.
know, for that breach. And it's like with certain people, like once they stab a few times, you can't keep stabbing me in the same spot. It just won't
Mhm.
hurt like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I got the second phone call almost, over 6 months later. My heart, my nervous system wanted to get active. And I said,
Mhm.
not going to do this. So
Wow.
I'm going to tell my story the way
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be told. So
Yes.
if anybody see anything, I already said my piece about it.
Mhm.
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 That's why I chose at the last minute, at the very, very last minute, to include that in the book.
Mm. Wow.
I'm glad that you did.
Me too. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that
Yes.
that happened to you. That
Yes.
was not cool at
At
all.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Okay. You do your journal prompt
Yes. Let me do the journal prompt.
so we can breathe.
Yes.
While she's getting that, my next question for you that you can answer after she gives the journal prompt is, I think I heard you you were talking about your book online and you talked about self-abandonment. I want you to explain to us what that looks like or what that can look like in someone's life. Because I feel like today we are exposing some things so that people will know this could be present in your life, but you not know it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
hold that thought while we do the journal prompt.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Here's the journal prompt. The journal prompt is, if fear were not holding me back, what would the next chapter of my life look like?
Mm.
If fear were not holding me back, what would the next chapter of my life look like? That's good.
Nikki.
I'm going to do this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as we're done. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Do you want to repeat it or?
Yeah, self-abandonment. What can that look like?
I can say self-abandonment is any opportunity you have to choose another person's needs above your own in a way that's not sacrificial. For example, I'm a naturally outgoing person.
Mm-hmm.
And for the sake of being loved, I decided that not being outgoing would be better, safer,
Mm.
easier. So I'm now leaving the parts of me that are true to get something, to benefit another for what seems like it's my own ideas. The best way this is my own personal talk.
Mm-hmm.
If being fair to you is not being fair to me, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of Christians want to say, well, the Bible's all about sacrifice. You have to give yourself away. It's about the children. It's about the church. Everything is about sacrifice. So we don't see self-abandonment because we've been conditioned to not be a self.
That's good.
Give yourself up for the kingdom. Lay yourself down. Decades we've been taught this. And now we're supposed to now think I'm worthy enough, like to take up space in my own life, to have my own choices. If being fair to you is not being fair to me, then I have a problem.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
abandon myself whenever I am not intentionally honoring the parts of me that are true.
Mm-hmm.
Holding back and what I'm saying, usually for me, it comes through silence. I'm holding back. I'm not doing something that I probably should be doing, being considerate of everybody else and not myself.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
How this post, I used to take posts down. I used to post honestly and take it down. I get a call. Why did you say that? This is that. Take it down. And out of respect, I would take it down.
Wow.
But 20 years of that is now an abandoned self. Leave it by the side of the road and be what everybody else wants you to be for their benefit without it benefiting you at all.
Wow.
Be the mama, show up to all the games, do all the things. Every part of our life we've been conditioned. And I am not, that's not my ministry.
That is not my ministry.
In order for me to give myself away, I have to have a self. We never even had one.
Yeah.
I think Lord, Myesha, you are wearing me out today. I think the church has done, and of course, generally speaking, I believe the church has done a great disservice in not giving full understanding of sacrifice, submitting our lives and things of that nature. What exactly does that mean? What does that truly, let me say that, what does that truly mean? Because what has been taught is not what it means, you know, because God is not requiring us to abandon ourselves. Because what would be the purpose of our creation if we have to abandon who we are?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Who he has created us to be, the personality of who we are, our character, our behavior, our lived experience, and what we give out. While we have been created, if we're supposed to just give that away and give that up, you know?
In the love your neighbor as yourself, we focus on how we're supposed to love our neighbor.
Yeah.
But as yourself.
As yourself.
As yourself, yeah.
Why don't we put any attention and focus on how well are you loving yourself?
Right.
So that when you love your neighbor, it's a reflection of your goodness to you.
Girl.
We bypass that whole part.
Yes.
We bypass it.
Yes.
Yes.
Anytime you hear somebody teach love your neighbor, the focus is on the neighbor.
Right. Right. Wow.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. There is a self here.
There is a self
There
here.
is a self here.
I want to give to you out of the abundance of what I'm giving to me.
That's
I don't want to
good.
give you what's left over.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to give
I
myself
want to give
what's
myself
left over.
right.
Right.
We give, and whatever's left, that's what we get for us.
Yes. The
We
remnant.
take it in stride that this is what grandma did, this is what we got to do. No, that's not the way.
Well, just free the people, Myesha. Free them.
That's not the way.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm getting these pastors' wives who want me to send books to other addresses.
Wow.
You know, it's a clarion call, but in a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think God, I feel like I'm doing God's work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In a different way.
Yeah.
Because people are dying. People are getting autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid.
Yes.
And they don't know what. How could you not know? Look at the environments you're in. It's toxic.
It is.
Right.
You cannot perform at this degree for this number of years and be healthy.
Yes.
Right.
In any capacity.
Right.
In any capacity. A lawyer, doctor, anything. But in church, we require it. We expect it.
Right.
Everybody has to serve. What are you doing? What ministry are you joining?
Right.
All of that is a no.
Yes.
Right.
To model how it feels to be loved for who you are first. And out of the abundance of that, now you can serve.
Wow. Okay, that's a mic drop. I do have one more, just one more. Telling the children the truth. And my question for you is, I haven't read this chapter. But yeah, the title just
Grabbed you.
it grabbed me,
Yeah.
grabbed my heart. What was your approach and how difficult was it for you?
Oh, I was shaking, being so fast, because I wanted to share it without spin. I didn't want it to be manicured and like, this is what we're going to say, and somebody else to control the timing, somebody else to control what was said, somebody else to do all the talking. And I'm just sitting back, just like giving approval, like shaking heads. And I wanted to be the one saying, this is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it. So I went against all that and did it myself. Yep.
And when you say telling the truth here, are we talking about divorce?
The marriage was over.
I got you.
That the marriage was over. And I went one by one. And I was shaking. I said it, in the best ways that I could. I was careful. I was thoughtful. And I just said that our family is going to change. And I want to say that they all were shocked, but they all weren't. I think at least were like they kind of, like kids know.
They do.
You think they don't.
Ooh,
You think they don't. They know.
They know.
And I made it through that. And then I told him that I had shared, or somehow he knew that I had told them without him. And we all got together and talked. But that was my first time to do what I wanted to do.
Wow.
Wow.
Did it afraid. And I don't want to do that again.
Right.
That is such
It's just like, I'm about to break your heart. I'm about to break your heart. I'm about to change your world right now in this conversation.
Right.
We're never going to forget this.
Yeah.
Right.
And the world
But
that you knew would never be the same.
Absolutely. But I was like, I want to be the one telling you, not just agreeing.
Yeah.
And then feeling resentful that I didn't get to speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so nurturing and mothering and kind and gentle and caring. And it's like the visual that I have is a mother bringing her child to her breast and, nuzzling them and holding them there, even though your world is about to be turned upside down and you will never have the life that you had before.
Yeah. Yeah. I am, wow. I'm glad that you just did it. You were the first to do it. I didn't get that opportunity. He had a prepared speech, and I just had to sit and agree. And that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. But I'm glad that you did it differently.
Yeah. And I agreed before we had the talk with the kids. We took them to Disney World first.
Oh, wow.
As if this is going to make it all right
Soften the
once
blow.
we
Yeah.
pull the rug out from under
Right.
you. But that's what we did. We took them to Disney World and we came back, and a couple of days later, we told them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but our kids are resilient. I think I heard Myesha say this, that your kids will be fine. They're resilient, and they are. And that is my prayer for my children, that they will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they will be.
Yeah.
And they will.
And who knows if whatever scars they have would have been changed had you stayed. Like either way, there's no, you're not going to get out of this clean.
Yeah.
Right.
It's choosing of what type of thing would I want to model. I wanted my kids, there's an option. You don't have to stay with something just because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's if it's not good for you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
You'll have to just trust, and in time they see for themselves, and they have respect for it, even if it was painful.
That is so true.
That is.
It's so true.
So true.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, where do we go from here?
Right. We need another hour.
I know.
Wow.
I feel like I need a blanket and a second thumb. That's how I feel.
Oh my
I'll call
God.
my mama when this is over.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you again for joining us, Myesha.
Yes.
And
course.
give
So
us
happy.
your handles again on social media.
Yeah, it's at Myesha Chaney on all social media platforms. My website is Myesha Chaney. I would love to hear your stories and to connect more deeply. For those who I couldn't have never imagined that people would read or follow me and find themselves in my story. It just I want to be honest that this book has restored my hope in humanity.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
has. That strangers can see something and connect with it and believe it and read it and finish it and then have thoughtful things to say. That it just restored me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you said earlier that you believe that you are doing the work of the Lord, and you are.
You are.
Because when I tell you, go get the book, people. Go get the book, people. MyeshaChaney.com. Go get the book. It will bless you. Even if you're not a pastor's wife, even if you're married, go get the book.
Go get the book.
Go get the book. It will bless you.
Yeah.
Honest. Honest. Go get it. Go get it. Okay. What do I do now? If you have not done this already, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to be a part of the show and maybe we can mention a comment or answer a question on the show, you can feel free to email us at successfulbeautifuland, that's AND, @gmail.com. Am I missing anything?
Oh, the bell notification.
Oh, yes. And subscribe for notification. Subscribe and select the bell thingy for the notification so you can get the notification when our content drops. I'm just all
We are
discombobulated
overwhelmed.
right now.
Yes.
In a good way, though. This has been amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Myesha, for joining us again. You are truly a beautiful spirit. I know you know that. I just want to remind you. And you're courageous, and I am so extremely proud of you. And I see the work that you're doing and that you've done. Just continue to do it. And I will be in prayer for all the things.
The next.
Yes,
Ooh.
the next. Absolutely. So thank you
can't-
guys. I'm sorry, Myesha.
I just said I can't wait.
Oh,
That's all.
yes. We can't wait to hear about it because then we'll have to have you back again.
Absolutely.
To talk about all the other things.
Next time we're going to do a live and have an
Yes.
in-studio audience come in. and
Yes.
I love it. I love
Absolutely.
it. Yes. So our people will get with your people so we can arrange all of those details.
Yes, that would be great.
That would be great.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, people. Yes, this has been great. So thank you for joining us. We are successful.
Beautiful.
And what? Goodbye.
Have an amazing day.
Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Bye.
The content shared in this podcast is intended for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. While one of our hosts is a licensed professional counselor, the information provided here does not constitute a therapeutic relationship, nor is it a substitute for individualized mental health treatment or diagnosis. Listening to this podcast does not create a client-therapist relationship between you and our hosts. Any stories, examples, or discussions are either fictional, generalized, or used with permission for illustrative purposes and should not be taken as personalized therapeutic guidance. If you are in need of mental health support, we encourage you to consult with a licensed mental health professional in your area. If you are in crisis or experiencing a mental health emergency, please contact 911, your local crisis line, or 988, the National Suicide Crisis Lifeline. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.